by elimination. And I think that you'll like this. It's a little bit shorter than it was yesterday. So over here to the left, we'll do a couple steps. Actually, let's talk about what the goal is, I guess. Maybe that's what I want to do. Okay, first thing. Equations must be in standard form. Equations must be in standard form. So what does that mean? If we didn't do standard form, standard form just means that you have your x's and y's on the left, your constants on the right. And generally, for the most part, yours are already going to be set up like that. Okay, so if you notice on this one, I've got the x's in a row, like in a column. I've got the y's in a column. I've got my numbers in a column. This is how you want it set up. Okay, the reason we want it set up like this is because this is going to become just one big math problem. Okay, you always add here. So I would recommend putting a big plus sign here so you know when you go down this way, you're going to add, not subtract. A lot of people forget that. Okay, so then the second step, because ours are already in standard form, second step is here's where we want to eliminate a variable. Eliminate a variable. Okay, so to eliminate something, let's look at this. I'm just going to go up here for a second. If I have 3x plus 3x, what would that give me? 6x. So did the x go away? No, it didn't. How would I make it go away? What would give me 0? If I subtract. So this would give me 6x. But if I change it to where I do 3x with a negative 3x, that gives me 0x, which then means the x is just gone and we get 0. This is what I'm going to aim for. I want a positive and a negative of the same thing. Okay? Sometimes they'll give it to you already, sometimes they won't. So when you look at this one right here, do you see something I can eliminate? The y's, right. I have a positive 1y and a negative 1y. Okay, so this one's already set up for us. So now we add going down. So you go down the column. 2x plus 3x is what? 5x. This is gone. I don't even write 0. I just cross it out. Equals 1 plus 14, 15. And then we're going to just solve for x. So divide by 5. X equals 3. So here's x. How would I solve for y? Go back and plug it in. So just like yesterday, only it takes us a little bit less time to get to this point. I'm going to take this 3 to go back into this first equation or the second equation. So I'll go back to the first one. 2 times 3 plus y equals 1. So 6 plus y equals 1. Subtract 6. What does y equal? -5. Perfect, -5. And we just write that as the coordinate point. Let's do it like yesterday. 3, -5. Yeah, that's shorter than yesterday's, right? So I like elimination better. Now on the test, you will have some that say solve by substitution, solve by elimination. I think there's some that say you could pick if you want. I don't even know if I got that specific. So you still need to know both methods. Okay. So let's do another one. Number 1. 2x plus 3y equals 34. 4x minus 3y equals -4. you're looking for, is there a variable I can eliminate? Yeah, the y's are already set up for us. Positive 3y, negative 3y. So I'm just going to put a big plus sign right here and make this one big math equation, or addition problem, I guess. So I want to add going down each column. 2x plus 4x is 6x. The y's are gone. And that equals 34 plus negative 4 is 30. Or you can say 34 minus 4. I like the plus sign here because it reminds you that you're adding. So divide by 6, and what does x equal? Perfect. So I'm going to take the 5, go back to one of the originals, either one. So 2 times, put the 5 in, plus 3y equals 34. So we have 10 plus 3y equals 34. Subtract the 10. So 3y equals 24. And divide by 3. So 5, 8. That's a lot shorter. Now these were set up for you, so like we're going to do one where it's not necessarily set up for you, but I still think it's quicker than substitution. Is everyone done with number 1? Okay, number 2. X plus 4y equals negative 10. 3x plus 3y equals negative 3. So in this case, when you look at your x's, you look at your y's, there's nothing that will automatically eliminate. So you just pick one. Okay, you can pick either one. There's no wrong answer here. You can pick the x's, you can pick the y's. So do you want to eliminate x or y here? X. Okay, so what has to happen here? Right now, if I add going down, I would get what? 6x. So one of them has to be a negative. So let's go with the second equation. How would I make this a negative 3? Yes, so here's where we're going to multiply, and you're going to do this every time. I'm going to multiply the entire thing by a negative 1. So the way that I do it is then I'm going to rewrite my system over here to the right. So I didn't do anything to the top equation. That stayed the same. The bottom one changes. So I multiply all 3 parts here. So if you need to put some arrows, you're going to multiply the 3x, the 3y, and the negative 3. So it becomes negative 3x minus 3y equals positive 3. And now I can go ahead and add going down. So the x's cancel. What's 4y plus negative 3y? 1y, or just y, equals negative 10 plus 3, negative 7. So that one, y is already solved for us. We don't even have to do anything. And so again, go back. I go back to one of these. You can go back over here, but generally these are bigger, uglier numbers, so I just always go back to one of the originals. So we solved for y this time, so I'm going to put it in next to 4, negative 7. Equals negative 10. 3x minus 28 equals negative 10. Add 28 over. So 3x equals what does x equal? Perfect. So our answer is 6. Perfect. Remember, if you have the time, and if you want to take the time on the test, I would recommend it. Take this x and y and put it back into here and put it back into here. It should work in both of them. Okay, there's no reason that you should take the time to do that. Okay, number 3. Four x minus 2y equals 5. 2x minus y equals negative 1. Okay, so nothing's set up to eliminate already. So do you want to eliminate x's or y's? X, okay. I've got a 4x and a 2x. So first of all, what's a common between 4 and 2? 2. What's something they both go into? 8 or 4. I could also pick 4. You can pick 8 too though. Okay, so if this one's already a positive 4, what do I want this one to be? A negative 4. So what would I multiply by? Negative 2. Don't forget, if this is positive 4x, I need this one to be a negative 4x. If you went to 8, you'd have to multiply this one by a 2 and this one by a negative 4. So you can do that. And we're going to do it in a second where you have to multiply both of them. You have no option. But here, I just have to multiply that first one. So I'll rewrite over here, 4x minus 2y equals 5. Remember, multiply all three, so this becomes negative 4x plus 2y equals positive 2. This is the one I see a lot of people forget to multiply that third one. So we set up our addition. Okay, our x's cancel. What happens to our y's? They are gone. So what's left on this side of the equal sign? 0. If they both cancel, you have 0. What do I get over here? 7. Is that true? No. So what's our answer? No solution. What kind of system is no solution? Do you remember? Parallel lines. What's it called though? Inconsistent. Dependent is the same line, infinite solutions. Okay, number 4. So we'll do one now where we're going to have to multiply both equations. Number 4. 2x plus 3y equals 34. 5x minus 4y equals negative 7. You can do either x's or y. They just always have to use them. Yes. One positive, one negative. Good. So you can pick x's or y's here. It does not matter. So if you want to pick the y's and I do the x's, you should still get the same thing. X's. Okay. So common number between 2 and 5 is 10. So how do I get this to be a 10? Multiply by a 5. And how do I get this one to be a 10? A 2. But what do I have to do? Make one of them negative. It doesn't matter. I'll just put a negative right here. You could do negative 5 and positive 2. Or you could do the y's. Whichever one you'd like. You should get the same thing. I'm going to come down here. So 10x, I'm multiplying all the way across. This becomes 10x plus 15y equals, I don't know, I did the y. What is it? 170. Thank you, 170. Then I have negative 10x plus 8y equals positive 14. So the x's cancel. 23y equals 184. Divide by 23. And it should be 8. Okay. So what do I do with that now? Go plug it back in. So again, you can go to one of these if you want to. I like to be safe and I go back up here to the originals. So I have 2x plus 3 times 8 equals 34. So what is that? 2x plus 24 equals 34. Subtract 24. So 2x equals 10. And x equals 5.
What?
So 5, 8. Yes. Let's do, I have, do you want to do one more where we get to multiply both, or you want to do an infinite solution one so you see what it looks like? Infinite solution one? Okay. Is everyone done with number 4? No? Okay. That's okay. Okay, so number 5 equals 3x plus 5y equals 7. And 6x plus 10y equals 14. Do you want to eliminate x's or y's? X, okay. So I have a 3 and a 6. What's common between 3 and 6? 6. So this one's done. What does this one have to be? A negative 6. So I multiply by? Good, negative 2. So underneath I'll rewrite it. So negative 6x minus 10y equals 14. And then I'll put the second equation under that. 6x plus 10y equals, I messed up, negative 6. Sorry. I forgot to make that a negative 14. So do you see what happens on infinite solutions? Everything should cross out. Gone, gone, so I get 0. Negative 14 plus 14 is also 0. So this would be infinite solutions.
Can we put all the numbers
Yeah, that's fine. What's the system called here? Consistent and